Having trouble making decisions? Let me help you. So something that I've recently learned within the last few years and has been very much cemented in my reality now because it's a very effective way of making decisions, as something that I wanted to share here in this video, is how to help yourself when making decisions. There's a very easy tool that I learned, and you may have heard of it before, maybe you haven't, and it goes a little something like this. The concept is risk versus reward. Now, the context in which you have heard this may be other than the context in which I'm using it, so hear me out. In my recent video, if you saw it, you will know that I was talking about making choices. And I emphasized the importance of listening to the voice that nudges you in the direction of growth, of expansion. Now, if you are a fellow analyzer, overthinker, like a past version of myself, then I'm going to guess that you're a little bit analysis paralysis at times, that sometimes there are too many variables to consider and you find yourself paralyzed from analysis and unable to make a decision. Well, here is a tool that will absolutely help you. Risk versus reward. So whenever you have a decision to make, a choice to make, ask yourself, what is the risk here if I do the thing? And think about the worst case possible scenario that could happen if you do the thing, or say the thing, or whatever it is we're talking about. The other thing I wanted to mention is that oftentimes the insidiousness is in the inaction of staying on the fence. There is a dark side to staying within analysis paralysis, and it is the dark side of the fact that you simply won't move. You'll just be teeter-tottering on that fence, baby, and that's not anywhere you want to be. Get off the fence, because at least that way, if you make a so-called wrong decision, life will steer you back towards the right direction. And if you make the right decision, guess what? You're just on the road faster than you would have been any other way. And then on the other hand, ask yourself, what's the reward if I do this thing? And really be honest. And I would suggest writing these things out, because it really helps your brain somehow to visualize and process and actually see externally to itself the things that it's processing. So put these things down on paper, and then what one of my mentors says, and I'm probably going to butcher the specific language of it, however, it's something along the lines of, if the reward that you're going to get far exceeds any potential risk, then do it. Just do it. And it's a very foolproof way to make a decision for yourself, because you will very instinctually feel a very strong fear instinct with the risk, or a very strong joy and excitement with the reward. And according to those, you can make the decision what is best for yourself. And that's why I wanted to very specifically talk about making decisions, and how one of the best ways you can utilize, or tools you can utilize to make a decision immediately for yourself, is to ask yourself, does this thing put me in a more risky situation, and is the risk higher or is the reward higher? And genuinely and truly, I have found this to be true so far, that when the reward really truly is higher than the risk, it has every single time been worth it. And the other part that I want to add is, and I've said this many times before, a lot of the time as human beings, we worry about outcomes which are 90% or more than that, unlikely to actually manifest and happen. So I invite you to let go of worrying so much, because, and if you want to prove this to yourself in a way, you can use this tool I've given you with risk versus reward. Like I said, when a situation arises, a choice, write it down for yourself, and you'll begin to see that as you choose those times where the reward greatly outweighs the risk, that you are starting to snowball positively in life in general. So that is an easy tool that you can take away from this and utilize within your life to help you to make decisions and get off that shaky fence, baby. Looking a little shaky, baby, doing a little samba, to quote the beautiful Infinite Waters. So if this video has helped you to start making decisions in your life, please do share it with anyone you think it may benefit. Subscribe, as it helps me out as the content creator to get the message out there to the people that need to hear it. And last but not least, if you, my beautiful spirit soul, need any support or coaching, please feel free to reach out at this email address here, where it would be my honest to goodness pleasure to serve you in any way that I can. And I look forward to connecting with you. Have a blessed and a beautiful rest of your day or night whenever you're seeing this, and I will see you, gorgeous cats, in the next video. Namaste and much love. Stay healthy. Bye. For any coaching, please do I hope, but like you'll just be teeter-tottering on that fence, baby. Looking a little shaky, baby, doing a little samba. Is the risk higher or is the reward higher? If you make a so-called wrong decision, life will steer you back towards the right direction. And if you make the right decision, guess what? You're just on the road faster than you would have been any other way.